YouTube. Spaceman here. Tonight, I'm sitting outside. It's a Friday night. And I've packed my Big Ben Cafe Noir ball pipe with McClellan number 710 Colombian Mocha. And on top of that, I got some coffee too. A little nice char light going here. Anyway, a little hot out here, a little humid. August being the hottest month of the year in Florida. Another one of my Zippos. Filled it to the brim once again. McClellan number 710 Colombian Mocha. Excellent tobacco. Give you a look at it. Nice. I love aromatics. And in my cup is Starbucks Mocha flavored coffee. Good cup of coffee to go with Colombian Mocha, pipe tobacco. I got it in my chocolate espresso. It's got all kinds of different words on the cup. Kind of neat cup. Got this back in New Jersey. So kind of matching up blends here with coffee and tobacco. Boy, this is an awesome coffee. This is awesome. Just got to get a good whiff of this right out of the bag. Hey, come here, kitty. I got this cat, Lost Johnny, out here. He's getting near my tripod. Nothing like a good opening up a bag or a pack of coffee or a can of coffee and taking a good whiff of the flavor. The smell is just wafting all around the air. Get yourself some of that, okay? Look, the crafting of flavored coffee. What does it say on here? It says leave it to a cat, you know. Almost dumped my coffee over. Combining our passion for great coffee and a taste for fine chocolate, we've created a precise flavor balance like that of an experienced baker. This unique blend of Starbucks blonde roast beans and cocoa notes creates a richness you can indulge in every day. I don't know about every day. It's quite expensive. It was like $7 for, what is this, 11-ounce bag? Well, that's the same as a can. The small Maxwell House cans are 11 ounces. But, pipe went out. Playing with coffee and my pipe went out. This is some good coffee flavored tobacco. I have chocolate covered espresso bean on the way from Pipes and Cigars. Which, by the way, I received the box today, so I'll shoot a video of that a little bit later. And look at this. Talk of the Town restaurant group brownie. Looks good. Nothing like smoking my Big Ben Cafe Noir with some McClellan number 710 Colombian mocha, some Starbucks mocha flavored coffee, and a brownie. And this pipe has a wood grain texture similar to chocolate or coffee. So the subject of the night seems to be my first smoke. And I've seen this on YouTube all around. I've seen pipe smokers talking about their first smoke. Okay, I'll tell you my story, okay? I was in 9th grade. It was 1978. My brother was married, living with us, and his wife left some cigarette tobacco laying around. So being a teenager, you know, I found it. I guess the door was open to the room, whatever it was, and I found the cigarette tobacco, and I found me some rolling papers. And I went and tried to roll my own cigarette, which didn't work out too well. It didn't come out too well, believe me. It was kind of sloppy. But I took it outside and lit it up. And was puffing on it, but didn't inhale it. But, that's good. I puffed on it a few times and just by accident retrohaled through my nose. Wow. It was the first time I ever got that flavor. My olfactory sensors in my nose picked up that tobacco flavor, and I was like, wow, that is good. That was good. And it was only cigarette tobacco. But it didn't lead me on to smoking or anything. In fact, I think I went on to a few years later try smoking a cigarette one day and then actually inhaling it, but I decided, no, I'm not going to do this. I was almost going to start smoking. I went out and bought myself a pack of, I believe it was Newport. I was actually 19 when I did that, so it was about 5 years later. And so I inhaled, but I inhaled. Tried it out, and I said I was going to start smoking. And then, of course, I thought about it, and I said, nah, I'm not going to do this. So I never really, inhaled and smoked like that. And it wasn't until I was like 32 years old that I actually bought a pipe. I think it was like when I was 30 years old. Someone gave me a cigar they were having a baby, the little cigar with a little baby on it. It's a boy, whatever it was. And I puffed on that. That was around 90. I want to say 94, maybe 95. I don't know, somewhere in the mid 90s. But it wasn't until 96 that I actually bought my first pipe and smoked some cherry tobacco in it. But prior to that, of course, I had been around people who had incidentally been, had been smoking pipes, and I liked the way it smelled. And I remember this old man that used to be I used to go to this person's house when I was a kid. This is going back to when I was younger. And her husband smoked a pipe, and he had the little pouch, the tobacco pouch, and he's there packing the pipe. And so I'm sitting there watching. I'm thinking, oh, this dude's cool, man. This dude's my hero, right? He was this old man packing the pouch and smoking. I could smell that tobacco aroma. It was like really cool. So, and on and off through the years, I would smell tobacco when people were smoking their pipe, and I thought it was cool. So eventually, yeah, I bought myself a Dr. Grabo. Went in the drugstore and just bought a regular cheap Dr. Grabo. Put some cherry tobacco, loaded it up with some cherry tobacco, and didn't know what I was doing. But regardless, I smoked the pipe. I still have that pipe, by the way, in my drawer. I actually sent it to a friend of mine. So when I moved down to Florida, I found it in my stuff one day, and I said, boy, this is a cheap-looking pipe. This must have been my first pipe. So I looked at it. It was kind of cherry red. I said to my friend, you want this pipe? I'll send it to you. Plus, I had another Grabo that my uncle gave me, my Uncle Tony. And so I sent him both of these pipes. And then I regretted it because I started getting back into my pipes big time again, like in April. And I said, oh man, why did I give away my first pipe? I want that back. I hate to ask my friend, you hate to give something to somebody and then turn around and ask for it back. I really didn't want to do that, but I did. And he didn't mind giving it back to me. He says, no, man, don't worry about it. I totally understand. I'll send it back to you. So he sent both pipes back. So I have it now. It's back in my collection. I'm going to bring it out one day, pack it with some cherry tobacco, and smoke it for craps and giggles. I won't say the other word. But that's my story of my first smoke. And incidentally, I was 14, by the way, when I rolled that cigarette. And that was during the day. I believe I was homesick supposed to be sick. I'd taken off from school and was home by myself. I don't even remember if anybody was there. My father was there, or my brother was there, or maybe my father was working, I guess, but nobody seen me. I snuck outside behind a tree and I smoked it. When I saw Matches 860's video on his first smoke, and it kind of inspired me to do a video on that. And of course, my first pipe smoke would have been in the fall of '96. Why do I have to keep lighting this pipe? I don't. Maybe I didn't pack it tight enough. I don't know. How many of you enjoy smoking your pipe more? Look, there's a smoke ring. Never knew how to blow a smoke ring. I'll have to learn. I have a question. You can leave it in the comments. How many of you do you enjoy smoking your pipe more on camera or off camera? Just curious. I find that when I'm smoking my pipe on camera, I'm like a puppet, like just going through the motions sometimes. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's rather candid, and other times it's contrived, so. Enjoyable smoke, though. Very enjoyable. And when you're smoking your tobacco blend, Do you like going over to the tin? And I know this is taboo. We should open and close this as least as possible. But do you like going to the tin and taking a nice whiff of the tobacco you're smoking while you're smoking it? I know some people do that before they smoke it. It's irrelevant, but just a little curious about it. And I've mentioned this before. I really think that McClelland is much better with their aromatic blends than Sutliff, or for that matter, Cornell and Deal. I guess kind of like the level of good from, you know, not so good to great aromatic would be at the bottom was probably be Sutliff. Sorry, Sutliff. Sutliff coffee's not too good. The next would be Cornell and Deal, and then McClelland. That's my opinion anyway. It seems to be on most of the aromatics I've tried. Maybe they're not all that way. Anyway, I want to introduce you to my friend here. Come here, Johnny. This is Lost Johnny Rivendell. See? Lost Johnny. Lost Johnny. He's a stray cat. He came up here around April or May. Real skinny. Skinny as a picket fence, man. He could have went right through a knot hole in the wood. I mean, this dude was like super skinny, and I just I said, man, I gotta feed this baby, man. This took, you know, he's one of my best friends now. He's an awesome cat. Anyway, I think that'll do it. Should I open this brownie or should I not before I close the video? I had 2 small pieces of cheesecake. I only do that once a month. So I had that with my first cup of mocha. Look at that brownie. This brownie was given to me as complimentary at Charlie's Steakhouse a few nights ago. I ate there for the first time. So I do that once a month because I'm type 2 diabetic, but it's getting better. I lost 21 pounds and my number went from 6.5 down to 5.8, but I still don't want to jack my sugar up. Anyway, very good. Brownie. Mocha tobacco and coffee. Highly recommended by me. When you go in the store to buy it, if you've never bought it, tell them Spaceman sent you. I'll say who? Tell them Spaceman. Anyway, that'll do it for tonight's video. Until next time, happy pipe smoking. Cheers.